You're listening to Heritage Radio Network.
Hi everyone, welcome to Potluck Food Talks. Today we have a special guest, Giacomo Zani. He's an Italian chef working here in San Sebastián. Welcome, Giacomo. How are you doing?
Thank you. Very good. Thank you for the invitation. And let's start. I'm here.
Did you grow up in Firenze in the Tuscany?
Yes. I'm born in Florence in 1991. I started my career. I did just cooking courses, if we can say like this, just few months, and I started to work in a canteen in a pharmaceutical company. I started from the beginning of the beginning, peeling potato, cleaning salad, preparing the food for like 400 people, something like this. And after step by step, I did my experience in different places, different kind of cuisine, with different level, of course, and different country also. And that's it.
I visited the Tuscany once. I was in Firenze, in Siena, in Montalcino with incredible wines. Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah. Lucca also, beautiful cities. You kind of breathe gastronomy in the region. Like everything is just delicious there. The produce is amazing.
Yeah. You can have a different variety of restaurants, from the more traditional, really trattoria or osteria style, like you're gonna say in Italian, from the gastronomic one. But I think also it's not only Tuscany. You have in general Italy. It's a country that's famous. For the food, of course, and for the variety of the ingredients that you can find there, from the north to the south of Italy. You can have a very big variety of vegetables, fruit, meat, fish. We have a lot of different cultures coming from different history of every region. It's really nice to sometimes when you can find also the same product but work in different way. So you can find, for example, a typical particular recipe that is coming from Tuscany. You can move 300 kilometers, a bit more on the south. You're gonna come in Rome, and they have something similar, but with a Romanian touch. It's really, really nice, interesting.
Yeah, I remember my friend John Regefalk, who lived for a long time in Rome. I asked him if the Bolognese should have red wine or white wine, and he said it depends on the grandmother.
Mostly it's like this. I know that in the first recipe there should be also with a bit of milk.
Yeah, correct.
Now, if you're gonna ask the people, when you say to them, you should put milk, the people are looking like you. What you are fucking saying? No, it's not.
Yeah, milk to the Bolognese. But it's the original
exactly.
one. Yeah.
Exactly, but the most recipes are coming from the grandmother. So my grandmother was putting the tomato paste. My grandmother was putting the fresh tomato passata, wet wine, red wine. You have a very, very quantity of different tradition.
When did you decide to become a chef, or is it something that evolved organically? How did that happen?
No, I started in 2012 to 2013. I decided, I talked with my boss, the ex-boss, the owner of this architect studio, that was also friends. And I remember that one day he called me in the office and he told me, I see you that you are not happy, Giacomo. He was a really big family. I know him when I was like 4 years old. And I told to him, yes, I like it, but I'm not enjoying. And he told me, do you think you have something more that you would like to do, you would like to try? And I told to him, I like to cook, I like to eat, but I don't know if I'm in time. This was my problem. And I remember he told me, listen, you are 20 years old. How you can say you are not in time to be something? To be a chef, to be a dentist, to be whatever you want. And after this, I decided to talk with my parents, and they say, okay, well, I think I'm gonna leave this job, and let's see. I'm gonna try. At the end, I don't have nothing to lose. I'm gonna try. You can spend 6 months, 1 year, and after this, you can see if it's gonna work or it's gonna work.
And how did you evolve from this canteen where you started into more, I wouldn't say professional, but maybe more elevated, high-end kitchens?
With a lot of passion, patient. I started. I remember we were starting in the canteen doing stage, working a lot of hours. Looking, I think also when I have some new guy also in Amelia, in one of the other group that we're gonna have with Paolo, I told to them. Is not exactly that if you are working in a section, you cannot see what the other people are doing. I mean, for me, it was like this. I was working, doing something, but I was trying to understand all the other process that also my colleagues was doing, no? I mean, to try to steal everything that you can, the technique, the color, all the knowledge that you don't know. I was trying to steal from everything, everywhere, in all the job that I did. And in the end, I started like this, step by step. I started to work in the hotels, and after in a restaurant. After I came back in Tuscany, we did the opening of Mercato Centrale. That was another place, but we was like serving like 400 guests for day. But it was already a better quality of food, if we can say like this. It was a very, very good stuff. The chef was amazing. And after I stayed step by step with because I wanted to do extra. In Florence, we have the Four Seasons, for example. So my ex-chef that was working there in Mercato Centrale was in touch with the chef that was working in the Four Seasons. And I stayed like almost 1 year doing extra. So when I had the day off in this job, I was working in the Four Seasons, because over there was a different concept. It was a Michelin Star restaurant, was also banqueting sometimes, but was another level. I mean, it was the luxury level. This was something that I never saw before. So I wanted to learn from everything, to do like a scrambled egg, that can be an omelette, or like to cook a perfection one piece of meat, or a whole fish, or like to do a brunoise, a perfect brunoise. Over there, I start to see some standards, if you can say like this, and was something that I really enjoyed. I say, whoa, it's nice. I mean, I think I want to try to do this, because it's not only that the food is better or is not good enough, but it's the standard. I start to learn also. I mean, my mainly chef actually, of course, is Paolo. I also met him the first time when I was in Tuscany. It was in Borgo Santo Pietro. I stayed there. It was a Relais Chateau, I remember. I didn't stay there a lot of time, to be honest. Only a few weeks or like 1 month, because I didn't find the agreement with the owner. But I just keep in touch with Paolo.
Just to put that in context, because I didn't mention that at the beginning, Giacomo is the executive chef at Amelia, which is a 2 Michelin star restaurant here in San Sebastián, and Paolo, the guy he's talking about, is Paolo Airaudo, who is the chef. He has like a little empire nowadays. He has like how many restaurants? Like 7 restaurants, something like that.
No, quite more. It's gonna be 14, so more. We have a new opening coming.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a lot of restaurants here in San Sebastián. We're managing the kitchen of the Hotel Villa Favorita, and after we have Ibai, that's a Basque country food, that's 1 Michelin star. Da Filippo, that's actually is in the Michelin guide. We have Amelia. We have Cantina, that's a bit more Argentinian cooking style, because Paolo is half Italian and half Argentinian. And after we are opening a new restaurant that's gonna be an izakaya, so typical Japanese traditional food.
Also in San Sebastián.
Always in San Sebastián.
Okay.
It's gonna be in the same place where there was Bottega.
Yeah.
It was Bottega was a different concept, more like traditional, some Pincho, but also traditional Italian food. So we closed that one because it was too small, and we're gonna open over there the izakaya, and we are opening in 1 month or so more, few weeks, the new bottega. There's gonna be really traditional Italian food from the north to the south. So fresh pasta, also pizza, of course, but from the dessert to the pasta to the risotto, or really just simple snacks from the Italian tradition. And after there is Aleia that's gonna be in Barcelona, that's one Michelin star. We have Noi, in Hong Kong, with the chef Luigi Troiano, that's gonna be a 2 Michelin star. And in December another restaurant in Bangkok in the Empire Tower. In a few months we are also to open in Chiang Mai. And in the same year, this year, we still don't know when, but before September should be, we're gonna go to open another gastronomic restaurant in Miami, and 2 restaurants more, but there's always in Miami, but it's still project for the moment.
Okay, super nice, super nice. Yeah, I wanted to get to that later, but it was nice to put some context. I've been to, I think, all of the restaurants. I went to the old Ibai. I didn't went to Paolo's Ibai,
Yeah.
to the regional one. I haven't been to. I've been to the bar. I've been to the Pincho bar. And I think I had the Russian salad, and the tortilla was amazing. Was super super nice.
Yeah. Ibai is like Basque Country concept. So we have a la barra, so the counter, where you can order some pincho, something like this. And after we have also the restaurant that actually they just got the first Michelin star last year.
Something interesting I think about that bar is that since so just to put in context, Ibai was a traditional Basque restaurant that was open for decades in San Sebastián, and
Exactly.
they closed, and Paolo opened it in collaboration with the ex-owner, right?
The previous, yeah, exactly.
And now it's a place. But the interesting thing is that place was closed the whole time during COVID, because it was just closed.
Exactly.
It was closed before COVID. Yeah. So when it reopened, I think it's the only Pincho bar that looks like bars looked before COVID, without the glasses and without a lot of things. That's pretty cool.
Was one of the Paolo's favorite restaurant just before the COVID. So he has been many times over there. And after, of course, with the COVID, they closed everything. But the idea was to don't open it again. At the end, Paolo say, okay, I think that was a really nice concept. It's a bit a shame to don't open it again. So let's try. And actually it's working also.
Yeah, and it got a Michelin star because they all, Ibai never got a star. I understand why. They were really rude in the service.
Well, it was a bit more like we can say in Italy, trattoria or osteria.
Yeah, it was very honest. It was I went there with Shinobu Namae. When Shinobu Namae came to San Sebastián, I went to have lunch with him there. It was amazing. So how is it, since we were talking about this whole thing about your job right now, how is your day-to-day like in this restaurant group? Do you actively participate in all of the openings, in the development of the concepts?
Yes. Like you said before, I'm the executive chef of Amelia, but I'm also helping with the new opening. For example, for Bangkok, I have been 4 times. The first time for the previous opening, and after when we open it, I stay also with one of the sous chefs, with Mark, one of the sous chefs of Amelia, with the Ricci, that's the head chef. So we closed Amelia last year, the 30th of November, and we have been all of three of us for 2 weeks and a half, less or more 3 weeks there, to show to them which is our idea, Paolo's idea of the kitchen, the quality of the food, the quality of the service, and the most important things, like we say also before, the standard. I mean, what I really, really enjoyed the first time that I worked with Paolo, after I worked with him also in Geneva, when he called me back.
So you work with him in Tuscany and in Switzerland?
Yes, we are friends almost 10 years, 10, 11 years. There's more that we know each other. I was working with him when he opened his first restaurant in Geneva. That was in 2015. And we got together the first Michelin star there after 4 months that we opened. Also there, the project started like the traditional Italian food. And after step by step, we had also a very good team. So we say, okay, why not? Let's try to push to do it better, every day better, to clear some details in the service, in the food, different plating, different product, different technique. And after at the end, after just 4 months, we got the Michelin Star there, and we opened another restaurant always over there in Geneva. And at the end of the 2016, I said, let's some more. I remember that Paolo, he left to come back in Spain. He decided to left to come back in Italy. I worked for 9 months, less or more, in Florence. And after I have been to do an experience in Copenhagen, I have been in Geranium, that was a 3 Michelin star.
How was Geranium? That's also like a legendary place.
For me, it was amazing. I mean, I fallen in love because I've after my experience that I worked in Switzerland, I had the opportunity to go to eat there, and when I've been there, I don't know how to describe it, but I find the place that was amazing. I mean, for me, it was the second time that I was going in a 3 Michelin star restaurant. But I fall in love for the quality of the service, the attention of the waiters, the chef, the presentation, the quality of the food. Was like to stay at home because the service was really cordial. It was a really friendly service. And you say, "Wow, I'm eating the 3 Michelin star, but I feel like at home." No, it's not. You can go in some place that. A bit more old, you're gonna
It's
see
too
everything
formal,
white
right? Like too
exactly,
yeah.
too formal, white gloves, and over there was really young stuff, really young stuff.
I think that's a Copenhagen style in fine dining.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's very loose, very casual, but super professional. Yeah.
Exactly. So I tried for 2 years and a half. I remember to go there in the stash, but was always full, always full, always full. And after when I had the possibility, I decided to move there because after Florence I have been to work next to Arezzo in another small boutique hotel. I worked like sous chef. I did just the season because after they called me from Geranium, I say, okay, I cannot lose this opportunity, and I have been there to do 4 months, 5 months, and some more.
Okay.
It was one of the best experience that I have had.
You mentioned that was your second Michelin star, but you mean to eat or to work?
No, to eat.
Okay.
To eat.
Okay. Which was the first one?
Eat. Yes, no, it was the second one. I have been also in Italy. That was Bottura. That was always good, but the feeling they found there was I don't know, completely different.
And what you didn't like it so much, or?
No, I like it. Some dishes more, some dishes not too much. But when I have been over in Geranium, was also different concept for me. I like to try different flavor, different ingredients, different cooking style. I don't have a closed mind, so I like to try a lot of different products. So for me, that was the first time also for the Nordic cuisine.
Incredible.
And,
I think Copenhagen is an amazing city.
Yeah, it was just not the beginning, but now it's going to be amazing. One of the best city, I think, like with Tokyo and Copenhagen. It's difficult to compare because the level is really high. All the restaurant, everything that you can find in Copenhagen, it's amazing. You can be a pizza, can be a tacos. I also like to travel. I have been also in Mexico. And when I have been in Copenhagen, I found my best Mexican food and tacos. It was like to be in Ciudad de Mexico, but I was in Copenhagen. It was minus 10 degrees, but it was really traditional Mexican food.
Amazing.
And I think it was a really nice city. Yeah.
I really like Doña Chepina here in San Sebastián. Have you been there?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. I have been there a few times.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
I think it's the most traditional and realistic Mexican food.
So, and then when did you came to San Sebastián to work with Paolo?
In 2021.
Okay,
Yeah.
directly to Amelia.
Yes, directly to Amelia.
Okay.
Yeah, I was working like executive chef in always in Arezzo, because before I was working in this place that was called Badia di Pomaio. I worked there one season like sous chef, and after I left to do the trial and the stage in Geranium, and after they called me back to be the chef over there. We did a really nice season with we reached a nice step at the end of the season. And after Paolo called me back, basically, literally, he called me, "What you are fucking doing over there? Come back to Spain, come back to work together." And
This was already
and that's it.
the new Amelia, right?
Yes, it was the new Amelia.
Okay. And how was your experience? How did you scale up into the position of executive chef?
I started like a head chef with another guy that was working there. After he left, and step by step, Paolo gave me more responsibility, more things to follow. But like you said before, I like to try to also for me to do always better. That can be try to make a plate or to listen to the people are saying, to understand, also to study for the wine. For example, I also love the wines. I'm not sommelier, of course. I like to try also different things. It's not only kitchen. So step by step, when we started to build a really strong team in Amelia, we got the second Michelin star over there, and I start to have also more responsibility, the supervising, for example, of Bangkok over there, Florence, because we have a restaurant also in Florence that we opened 1 year and a half with Paolo over there, just so supporting the team, or with the chef Luigi in Hong Kong, because he worked with me. I was the stagiaire of chef Luigi, and now it's a 2 Michelin star there.
Wow.
And I called him here for to be part of the Amelia group, and then that's it.
Incredible. And how many cooks are you at Amelia right now?
Actually, we are 11.
Okay. Okay. But with interns and everything, the whole team.
No, we don't have interns. We don't have stagiaire because the restaurant is a small restaurant. We don't have the possibility to have stagiaire for this, and also because honestly we are pushing for the 3 Michelin star. I can understand it can be a bit not shy and not nice to say, but we actually don't have the time to have people that don't know.
Of course.
I mean,
I understand.
Of course, the guests are paying a nice price for the menu and for the experience, so everything must be not perfectly, more than perfectly, if it's possible. So at the end, we saw that the people coming in stage didn't have the possibility to see a lot of things, because they are not able to touch many products. So I also can understand if I go to do a stage in a place, but depends. Sometimes we had also some very good stagiaire, but actually it's also really sad to say, but the kitchen is changing. I think a big difference is showing up after the COVID. So we had a lot of people that want to come like a stagiaire, but they don't want to see the simple things, like they're gonna call them. No, I don't want to peel asparagus because I want to see how you cook, how you clean the peel. Yeah, exactly. And after, I think it's a process, step by step, from the beginning. You cannot start to enter in the kitchen to say, I want to do this. Because when I use a lobster that I'm paying like 50 euro for kilo, if you break the lobster, or we are working with the king crab that's 125 kilo. If you clean the king crab not properly, and we're gonna find the shell in the plates of the guest, what I can say to the guest, oh sorry, was the stagiaire. So
of course, yeah.
It's not working in Amelia.
Yeah, I went to Amelia, to the old Amelia before COVID. And I remember Paolo saying back then, like, well, I'm going to get the second star. This is the reason I opened this place for. And he was completely positive about it. I was really happy when he got it. I also went to
Da Filippo.
Da Filippo.
Filippo.
Yeah, I think it's the best Italian in town for sure. And yeah, like a very, very fine menu. Something that I think that is interesting about Paolo, I think he's the only star chef in the region that is not related to the new Basque cuisine movement, because
Exactly.
every chef here is directly or indirectly related to the original 14 chefs of the new Basque cuisine.
Yes.
Like either they learned with them or someone who learned with them, and it's a clear progression. And Paolo just came with an airplane direct to with an helicopter to the center.
Yeah, in this case, San Sebastian quite similar to Copenhagen, like we said before. A lot of people or a lot of chefs that open restaurant there was working or passed through the stage from the Enoma
Yeah,
at the end.
yeah, absolutely.
90% of them.
Yeah, you go to eat hot dogs and it was an ex-sous chef from Noma in Copenhagen. Yeah.
Exactly.
But also, like, I wouldn't know how to define Paolo's cuisine, because maybe French, Italian, Argentinian. How would you describe it?
It's for me to describe it's the best product, and to try to use the best product. Doesn't matter where it's coming from. It's coming from France, from Spain, from Italy, from Japan as well, because we are importing also a lot of products from Japan, for example. But the best quality of the food that you can serve.
What are your star products right now that you're serving?
We have only one menu. It's only a blind menu with 15 courses. We have a bit of Italian culture, like before the pasta. We have a lot of Japanese and Asiatic influence in our menu. We're using a lot of vinegar, citrus, some leaves. For example, we have a kind of leaves that a lot of guests really enjoy. That's called Kinome. That's basically it's the leaf of the Sancho pepper. That's typical from Asia. It's a bit balsamic with a pepper flavor. It's strange for a lot of them, but it's particular. It's complex in the flavor that we're gonna save in this case with the Chawanmushi. Chawanmushi, for example, it's not Italian, it's not French at all, not Spanish for sure. It's already Japanese.
Yeah, it's like a dashi flan, kind of, right?
Exactly, it's a kind of flan. We have our interpretation. We're gonna serve with for example, in this moment we have the series some three-piece that's coming from the Great Area, so we try to mix the culture. Of course, we have also some French technique. We use a lot of butter, cream, creme fraiche. By the end, I think every culture have a different the identity of the cuisine. For example, in the French style cuisine, they use a lot of butter, and some sauce are really, really tasty, really nice. Without butter, you cannot do it. So it's simple. So sometimes like joke, I say to the guys, the butter is love at the end.
Absolutely.
Also,
Yeah.
I'm Italian, so in Italy we use more the olive oil in this case. Also in our restaurant we serve an extra virgin olive oil that is coming from Tuscany. But we have for some preparation you cannot try to do it, because it's like this and like this. It was like this for many, many years. You can try to do something similar, but you cannot reach the same level.
And my last question, what advice would you give to someone that maybe is 20 years old and thinks it's too late to start cooking?
No, my advice, like I say many times, also we had some stagiaire, or for example, also in the team, in Amelia team, we have very, very, very young guys. I mean, they call me the grandpa because I'm 34 now, and a lot of them are 21, 22, 24, and I try to be honest with them. Sometimes I can be also rude, I know, but I want to be honest with them. I mean, actually, I saw a lot of people also that, for example, are applying for a position. I did a stage 6 months. Is a 3 Michelin star. Worked for 1 year. Okay, what do you want to be? I want to be the sous chef of Amelia. It's not because it's Amelia, but I think also for the other restaurant. I never sent the application for a position if I'm not sure. I mean, I started to be sous chef after 6-7 years, less or more. But I already saw different culture, different technique. Now we have a lot of people. Maybe the the world is evolving, is changing. But a lot of people, really young people, coming and asking for strange position that is not possible to give them. No, I don't want to see this. I want to see already the protein. For example, in Amelia, only the responsible gonna touch the protein. Only the sous chef and the head chef, or sometimes me, they are able to touch the protein, but not because we don't want to teach them, because it's a product the really high price, and we cannot fuck them. We cannot fuck the product because you are not able to work it. So sometimes I told to the guys, okay, guys, if you're gonna push, you have the time, you're gonna stay with us. I gonna clean the product, or the sous chef is gonna be there in that moment, and you can see how to do it. But I cannot put you to clean a fish or to clean a tarbot, a pigeon or a duck or something, and you don't know even how to do a brunoise.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I think the people lost the culture of the food. I understand that before, in the past, this was difficult to work in the kitchen. Still now, I don't say that now it's easy. If you don't have the passion, you cannot do this job. And this is one of the things that everyone are repeating. But if you don't have the passion, better to change this job, because you have to work when the people are resting. You don't have the holidays where the people are in holidays. You start in the morning, you finish in the night. In winter, you start that is it's night, because you wake up really early and you finish in the night, so you never see the sun basically. In Amelia, we work that's like this. In Amelia, we work 4 days. We have 3 days off that we are lucky. But when we are there, we push from the early morning to the late night, from the beginning to the end. I see a lot of people asking, okay, but I would like to have the Sunday off. In 2 weeks is my birthday. I never started like this. I had also I do also the interview not only for Amelia, for the other restaurants. Of course, different profiles, so don't have to be always only for Amelia. But when people are coming and start to say, okay, I would like to have 2 weeks in August, but I would like to start to work now. Of course, okay, let's see. I would like to have the Sunday off, salary 1,100. Okay, let's try. Can you do a brunoise? What is brunoise? I mean,
I think it's a generational problem in general. I think that
yes,
yeah.
a change of the generation.
Well, Giacomo, thank you very much. Nice to have you here.
Thank you so much.
That's it for this week's episode of Potluck Food Talks. If you like what we're doing, make sure to subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok as Potluck Food Talks. The show airs every Monday.